Contract conditions are the backbone of any agreement, setting the stage for successful business relationships. But what exactly are these conditions, and why are they so crucial? Let's dive into the world of contract conditions and uncover their importance in managing legal obligations. Conditions of a contract establish the obligations and expectations for all parties involved. They are the agreed-upon terms that bind one party to perform certain actions. These conditions can make or break a contract's validity, so understanding them is essential for anyone entering into an agreement. There are three main types of conditions in contracts: precedent, subsequent, and concurrent. Conditions precedent are requirements that must be met before a party is obligated to perform. For example, in a real estate contract, obtaining financing might be a condition precedent to completing the purchase. Conditions subsequent, on the other hand, can relieve a party of their duty to perform if certain events occur after the contract has begun. An example might be a force majeure clause that allows termination of the contract due to unforeseen circumstances like natural disasters. Concurrent conditions require simultaneous performance by both parties. This is common in many everyday transactions, such as when you exchange money for goods at a store. When drafting contract conditions, clarity is key. Each party's obligations should be clearly defined to ensure enforceability. Conditions should be specific and definite, describing what the parties are agreeing to do and when they are expected to do it. Vague or ambiguous terms can lead to disputes or even render a contract unenforceable. It's also important to note that conditions can be either expressed or implied. Express conditions are explicitly stated in the contract, while implied conditions are inferred based on the nature of the agreement or the circumstances surrounding it. One of the most critical aspects of managing contract conditions is preventing and addressing breaches. A breach occurs when one party fails to fulfill their contractual obligations. This can be intentional, like refusing to complete a job, or unintentional, such as missing a deadline. To prevent breaches, ensure all conditions are clearly outlined and regularly communicate with all parties to ensure compliance. When drafting contracts, consider incorporating flexibility where appropriate. This might include clauses that allow for adjustments in specific circumstances. However, always ensure that any conditions comply with applicable laws and regulations. In conclusion, understanding and managing conditions of contract is crucial for successful business relationships. By clearly defining obligations, anticipating potential issues, and ensuring fairness for all parties, you can create contracts that are both enforceable and beneficial. Remember, the devil is in the details when it comes to contract conditions, so pay close attention to every term and don't hesitate to seek legal advice when needed.